We're down to our final four. Just 3 more races and we'll have this week's winner. We just saw Bob Fisher of UFO cruise past Liquidator and into the semifinals. UFO was scheduled to face Equalizer, but David Morris is plagued with truck problems and won't be making it to the starting line. So Gravedigger has been resurrected and will face UFO in a rematch of round 1. Our other semifinal matchup pits Barefoot against Carolina Crusher. You know, we get a lot of letters from fans who are curious about what it takes to put on a show like Monster Wars. Well, believe me, it's a tremendous undertaking with dozens of people working overtime to pull off all the logistics. Jim Davidson volunteered to take you behind the scenes for a sneak peek at the making of one of these monster events.
This is Jim Davidson with the USHRA newsreel, bringing you a behind-the-scenes sneak peek at some of our pre-show preparation. What really takes place before a monster truck event? It's a huge, massive old undertaking involving event coordinators, track builders, pyrotechs, TV producers, cameramen, and of course, the drivers. It's monster truck action covered like you have never seen it. Here on Monster Wars, we promise you all the angles. We've got cameras in the trucks, under the trucks, on top of the trucks, at the starting line, at the finish line, from the crush course, all around. If there's an angle, we cover it. But you know what? I'm just not going to tell you about it. I'm going to show you.
I want to make sure that every single tire crunch happens on camera tonight.
We're on the move. We're showing you every angle in this place. We're doing karaoke, high steps. We just got to get to it any way we can. Right here at the finish line. Check out the angle of this truck coming over. Maybe we'll see a crush in this big back car. Let's find what else is here.
This is what we call lipstick cam, and very sensitive piece of equipment here. We need to set the exposure. I'll put it at a F4. Drop it back in the crash housing there. And then we have a very precise way to level this so that we get exactly the action we want. I think we have a old crusty burrito that'll probably do the job. Okay, and we just squish it down in there. Yeah, I think we're all set.
Did you really think we'd just show you one lane? No! Both lanes, both trucks coming right at you, right into your living room. Check out the finish line. Oh! On the move, karaoke. Once again, this is the fitness channel, folks. Stay in the chair, get shaken right along. Finish line. No photo finish on turn. Everything will happen right here, and we'll show it to you. Get up and stand for much, much more!
They call me Torch, Terry Torch. All these shows are different, of course. They always ask different things, and that's what we like about it. It's unique. It's things that most people can't and won't do in a fireworks show.
Build all the obstacles you want. We're still going to find a place to put our cameras. Stadium seats. What's that? The end zone shot. We're on the roll. Excuse me, pardon me.
Basically what I do in the office is I book thrill acts. I think the hardest part is that we deal with indoor motorsports, and it's hard to be creative when you're dealing with a small area.
These monster trucks are very unpredictable. They're made to climb over cars, small buildings. We don't know what they can do exactly, and if they're going to get out of control, we want to make sure that if they do get out of control, nobody is in any kind of danger.
Long view midfield. We ready to rock? We're ready. This baby's mine. And of course, we'll be shooting from the Lowe's level marine. What did you think we wouldn't? We got 14 cameras. Get with the program.
They call me the dirt guy. We build all types of tracks with dirt. In a stadium event like this, we'll have, 40 hours of building, but we're doing that in like a 2.5 days time span.
I am telling you, we've got cameras everywhere.
Maybe not here.
All right, we're coming down the home stretch, and I am very impressed you are still hanging. And yes, there it is. We're going in. The brains of the whole operation. Let's see how they put it all together and make it come to life. Some 4,000 steps, and 20 pounds later, we finally made it. Just catch your breath and feast your eyes on the brains of the operation. This is where the feeds from all the different cameras come in, and the boys and girls behind the scenes do their magic. They put it all together in the final product, and we send it right from there to you. Hey, take it easy. He's gone. He got rid of him. Who was it? This is Jim Davidson for the USHRA newsreel. That's all, folks.
Why are these Gravedigger fans screaming? Well, apparently Equalizer can't start, and Gravedigger comes back to face UFO in our semifinal.
UFO, they'll finally identify you, all right, when they're making out your tombstone. Let her rip!
Gravedigger and UFO stage. How do these two trucks match up? Well, Gravedigger weighs in at the minimum 10,000 pounds. He has 1,400 plus horsepower. And the Ford UFO, 10,500 pounds, only 900 horsepower. Gravedigger with a decided advantage. You know, there are 500 monster trucks around the world right now, but only a few make it to the Super Series. And although UFO is not in the Super Series, he does race with us quite a bit and is a great competitor. Gravedigger is taking the edge now. As we're into the race, Gravedigger goes wide. UFO has to battle a little bit. Gravedigger comes around. Can he make the turn? Yes, he's coming home. It's all Gravedigger. Gravedigger's in the finals. Gravedigger wins it. He moves to the finals at Nassau Coliseum by taking out UFO. And Gravedigger wins for the 6th time this year against this truck.
What did I tell you? I always operate better when I stay low to the ground. Maybe I'll call my next race the Gravedigger's Ball. Does anyone want to dance with their deadly destiny?
It's not only horsepower that wins on a round-the-round course, it's how well you handle the driving, how you make it around the turns. And Dennis Anderson definitely has this course figured out. He comes over the cars and then into the final turn. You can see Gravedigger just handles flawlessly. He's lined up perfectly, keeps it low as he approaches the cars, and he gets the win. He's going to be a tough one to beat in the finals. And who's going to go against Gravedigger in the finals? It could be Carolina Crusher, or it could be the Dodge Barefoot, the world champion. Barefoot with Fred Schaefer aboard, weighs in at 10,050 pounds, 1,500 horsepower. Keith Black Hemi, the power plant. 10,000 pounds for Carolina Crusher, the Rodeck 557, 1,400 horsepower. Both trucks very capable of defeating the other. We've seen them face each other 5 times this year. Carolina Crusher has won 2, Barefoot 3. On the start, Barefoot goes high. Carolina Crusher stays low. Going into the turn, Barefoot swings it around. He's heading back and into it. Barefoot a little out of shape. Carolina Crusher goes into the turn. Barefoot has to do a lot of steering. Carolina Crusher, it's going to be neck and neck. Whoa, what a race! And Carolina Crusher wins it by 0.06 of a second.
Another one bites the dust. I'm not stopping till I mop up everyone. You see, when I was young, my mother once told me to do unto others as they would do unto you. Well, I never listened to my mother. Besides, I'm bigger and badder than any of the others, so I can do whatever I want.
The world champion Barefoot is a truck that normally handles these turning courses very well. And Carolina Crusher, well, you heard Gary Porter himself say it's not his big thing. But a problem on the landing causes Barefoot some time. He has to back out of it, and Carolina Crusher seizes the opportunity. Crusher will face Digger in the final.